Hey guys, Matthew Marr with MorrowInvest.com. So today we're going to talk about another walkthrough that I did, and I want to kind of explain why I do these walkthroughs. You know, you do so many properties and you look at so many places, you can't remember everything, honestly. So I started doing these video walkthroughs just as a way so that I could re-walk through the property. And I could pause and remember things and say, "Oh, I didn't remember that the AC was broken," or whatever, right? Because a lot of these places can have been sitting for a while, so you just don't want to breathe in all the the mold and the mildew and the pet dander and all that stuff that goes along with these houses that have been sitting. So that's one, for my health. I don't want to be stuck in one of these houses too long. Two, a lot of times the owners are outside waiting on you, so I try to walk through as fast as I can and just kind of hit on everything. And honestly, if you say the entire house needs paint, carpet, tile, and plus once you do these things over and over and over again and you're kind of doing the same, that's what I love about rental properties is I'm buying the same paint. It's going to get Killian beige with semi-gloss white trim and eggshell white on white in the bathrooms, right? So unless there's some major thing, like in this one we're going to look at, all of the tile in both bathrooms have to be completely gutted. The kitchen has to be completely gutted, and probably needs a new AC unit. And so all of those things are different on this particular one. But most of the time you can walk in, and if you have a good base foundation, you can kind of just go in and do flooring, which I normally will do the laminate peel and stick, which I have a video where I showed you that flooring. It's very easy to lay, and it holds up well to traffic, and doesn't scratch, doesn't mildew, all that kind of stuff, and so it's really good. And again, the paint is the same, and what I'm doing is the same. So you can, when you look at a rental property, you don't have to spend near as much time walking through it as you would if it were a flip, because with a flip you're upgrading almost everything. So the paint is really the least of your worries. You've got to pick what is current in that neighborhood, and you don't want to go overboard. You want it to be really nice, because the goal when we flip houses, your goal should be to find out what the average sold price is, not the average for sale price, the average sold price, and find out what houses in that area that are similar in age and similar in the same rehab, what those houses are, and then you want to be below everybody else. So just for easy numbers, say every house in that neighborhood is selling for $180,000. And that's the sold price, the average sold price, and their average days on market is 200 days. Well, we want to sell this place right at 90 days. We want to be able to get in, fix it, and flip it if that's what we're doing. And so we're going to sell it for much less. Okay, so we might go in and put our numbers at 170. So there, when you compare, you have say 10 houses that are all comparable in rehabs and are all super nice. Well, you have 9 of them that are 180 and 1 of them that's 170, and so we're going to get looked at before anybody else, and so that's the goal there. So let's go on into this video, and I'll talk to you at the end.
As we're looking at another one today, this is in it's a large house, but you can see they've had renters in here for about 5 years, and they just got the house back, and the place is just destroyed. A lot of this down here, they had a leak, so there's mold. See how that's soft there? So a lot of this drywall, a lot of this drywall will need to be replaced in this little laundry area. I'll probably replace this tile just because it's not attractive, old tile. And you can see the countertops are this old tile and not very nice. A lot of the wood on the bottom from where the boards were has rotten. Need new countertops, new refrigerator. All of this, there's a smell in this house too. It smells like cats and dogs and some other stuff I can't believe people live like this. So the place is pretty bad smelling. Roaches and spider webs, and they just moved out. So I mean, this has not been sitting but maybe a week. So this is actually how these people were living. Again, all this stovetop, all the countertops, this old sink. Basically, the whole kitchen is a gut. You can put new door hardware on these cabinets and keep these upper cabinets, but I think these lower cabinets, because you're already going to be redoing the countertop, we would really have to check. See, I think look at all the roaches still going. That and the oven. So I bet the kitchen is basically a complete gut. We're actually going to go this way first. Again, there's a bad smell in the place. They've already pulled the carpet. The place obviously needs faux wood blinds. It needs paint from the top trim, the walls, new light fixtures, new door hardware, probably several doors. As you can see, these are not that great. We'd need new carpet in the whole house. We have a nice size actual dining room. These older houses had formal dining rooms, and then you had a living room like this, which is actually a nice size room, probably 16 by 12 or 14, something like that. But you see, these kids were allowed to have free reign of the place, and their artwork is literally on every wall. Every wall. So every stitch of every wall has drawings all over it. So all of this will have to be replaced and painted. If we're doing a rental, we can get away with keeping this tile, but if we're going to do a flip, we will need to replace the tile. I turned the closet here. I turned the air conditioning on. You can see how full the vent is, so I doubt this has been cleaned. It needs to be serviced. It's not that cool, so it might need Freon. And it has an old thing here, but technically it works. Let's actually go down to these bedrooms first. Again, all this is that panel board, but it should be fine once it's painted. Again, we're going to have to do new trim and quarter round. It's a 3-bedroom. The bedrooms are nice size. You can see, again, a pretty nice sized bedroom. I did not see any rot around the edge of the windows, but they will need new blinds. Let's check out this bathroom here. This bathroom, you can see that this was not a sunken sink originally. The countertop probably is under here, and then this is just tile they added on top of it at some point. So all this needs to be gutted. Same thing in here. It's just so nasty, and the smell is pretty bad. So we can actually probably save the tile and tub in here, but need a new toilet seat. The plumbing's not on, so I'm not able to check that. You can see there must have been food and all kinds of stuff, because she's put roach bombs in every single room. Again, here's the happy family here. There you go. And so that's in every room. And the smell is so bad. It's a really bad smell. Hopefully with paint and carpet and all that would be fixed. Again, more faux wood blinds. This room is blue. Of course, we would make all the rooms the same color. Same thing in this bathroom. You can see the whole sink tile needs to be replaced. We might can get away with just doing door hardware on this down here. But we would need a new tub, and if we're going to go to a new tub, we might as well. You can see flaking up there where they've painted this. So this whole bathroom is pretty much a gut. Here's another sink, so it's got dual vanities. The smell is really the worst part. All this other stuff is just cosmetic. Let me turn this off. And then this is the main living room with a big fireplace. Of course, we'd have to service the fireplace. You can see that the fans have not been cleaned in forever. Of course, the same thing. All of the walls need to be painted and everything. And this is the back door. You can tell they had animals where these windows got busted. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 busted doors. All of the fire alarms have been ripped off of the house. You can see they probably had cats and dogs. So all the faux wood blinds. There's 2 more things. This is a little office, which is actually kind of nice. You don't really see that much. Let's go outside real quick. It has a large backyard. So you can see the doors where the dogs went. These doors probably need replacing. You can see where they've gone up for quite a while. The backyard is fairly large. It has been let go, so there'll be landscaping to do. This big pine tree in the back is not a problem yet, but it is a big pine tree. Let's look at the AC unit. The AC unit is overgrown and a little aged, but it might just need servicing. We'll have to get our AC guy out here and check this out. And of course, like I said, all this is grown up around the property. Yard's pretty big. All this needs to be cut down. And let's walk around the front of the house real quick. It's a dual carport with a little storage area over here, which is nice. This probably was nice when the landscaping was done properly. We'll have to get the roof checked out. There's a few, I don't know if you can see, there's a few bubbled up pieces of roofing up there. It might just be bubbled up, or it might be that it needs replacing. There's some more here on the front side of the house, and it's not vented. All the screens are on all the windows except for this one down here, and of course all this needs to be landscaped. It's on a main thoroughfare, and this house over here, this Aronoff home, rents for $1,100. So rent in this area runs from $750 to $1,100, and depending on how nice we make it, we could rent it. All right, guys, I'll get the numbers worked up, and we'll work off this soon. Thanks.
So guys, I encourage you to do this as you're going through looking at properties, especially if you're looking at a lot of properties and you can't always remember what all you looked at each property. This will help you greatly because you'll be able to go back throughout the day. Of course, I always tell people to use Google Photos because the Google Photos app has unlimited photo and video backup. So as you're by the time you get back to your office or home or wherever you have your laptop where you do your work, the videos will already be synced in the cloud for you by the time you get back, and you can share those with your investor friends or whoever's working on the project with you. You can even send these to your plumber, to your electrician, to your roofer, especially guys that are in and out of town, and that just saves so much time because they don't have to physically go out and see it. You could send your tile guy the bathroom and say, hey, here's 2 bathrooms and a kitchen that I'm going to need gutting. Can you give me an estimate? And it just makes things so much faster. When I do a rental, I could take a house like this in less than a month from start to finish on my own, and have a house ready for myself, have a house ready to rent pretty quick, because you could spend about half a day on demolition, getting things ready, and then day 2 you start fixing things that need to be fixed. Of course, appliances are easy, they just slide into place. The tile job would take maybe a week, week and a half. Same thing with flooring, might take a week, and paint might take a week, but a lot of those things can be going on simultaneously, and so you can get these things done pretty fast and start getting rental income. Let me tell you something else that I do. As soon as I get a property, I immediately start advertising that property right then. I think it is a mistake for you to wait, say, 3 months. If it takes you 3 months to get a property ready, to wait that full 3 months. It would be better for you to day one put a sign out front and have people gaining interest to say, hey, this place is going to be available very soon. And so that's one of the ways that I always have my places full. I'm currently 100% occupied, and it keeps you from having vacancies. If you get wind that your place is going to be vacant, I say go on and have a list of people that are waiting for a rental property from you. And if you do a good job as a landlord, and as a if you're a good landlord, there's going to be people that want to rent from you. And again, that's pretty great. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Here you'll see here that you can go to my webpage, MorrowInvest.com, sign up and get a free copy of my book. You'll also get the business strategy guide, and then also right now for the next I believe month or so, we're going to be giving away both of our software, which is our Boss accounting suite Boss software, as well as our React Pro real estate software. It's just $10 shipping and handling. That's a $350 value each, and I'm just closing out that inventory and be glad to give it away to you. Follow me on social media, and let me know if you have any questions or ideas about future videos. If you enjoyed these, let me know. Hope you have a great day.